So I made it to Var, quite a small island apparently. So I made it up to the fortress, which I've now found out has a bus to come up here. But fuck the bus, I'm a walker, just in case you haven't figured that out yet. I'd be a bit concerned if you haven't figured that out. But here's the view of the port from the fortress, which is obviously at the top of the hill. Yeah, that's what I mean about the bus actually, is to the fortress. But I've just hiked up here myself. This is after a few ciders and a few shots, about 6 shots, 6 wet pussy shots, and fair bit of cider, beer or two. But have a look at that. It's not a bad view. So we're going to go into the fortress now. Basically it's just to see what we can find. I'm sorry if that view just now looks a wee bit awkward. I'm tightening up the view on the GoPro. Like I said, no editing here. It's just shooting and post really. But we're going to go around, going to see one, how much it costs, and two, if it's reasonable, head into the fortress, see how we get on from there. I'm not going to lie, I've just spotted something else that I may be a little bit interested in hiking up to, which could be that spot up there, which appears to be the highest spot in Var. So we'll see how we go in that regard as well. So I'm now literally drenched in sweat and very much looking forward to a shower. But for now, she's an absolute killer. Views are good, people are good, I'm drunk, we're going on a ride. Can't complain too much about this. Right, so about $18 to $20 to get in. Gift shop's just there. I'll head there at the end of meandering about, and it really is going to be meander about because I'm naked and, like I said, still more than a little bit drunk. So I'm working off the alcohol at the minute to be able to sleep properly. But yeah. Sorry, trying to organise the camera so it stays in one place as opposed to wobbling all about. As I say that, it starts to slide back in on me. That's probably because I can't actually grab the bottom of it too well. It's because of the fact I'm holding everything else to be able to make sure that I can get in and view all the shit that I'm going to. But even then, even this is nice. We can't even see the water just yet. So this is the old Var fortress, obviously used as a defensive mechanism against attackers, probably Venetian raiders, as we spoke about quite a bit in the Greek islands. But I've got to be completely honest, I don't really know. But they were obviously used in a defensive capability against who, that's what I'm not sure about. But I would imagine the Venetians, the Italians, it's not that far away to Italy, so I imagine they'd be the closest people to attack. But again, I don't know. I don't claim to be a history expert or historical expert, if you will, but I do try my best to inform as much as I can. But again, I don't know everything. I would argue even historians don't know everything. There's far too many arguments amongst historians about too many different subjects for me to claim I'm an expert on any of them. But we're going to walk into the prison now of the Fortress, Jesus fucking Christ, I am drunk. I'm surprised my legs are working as well as they are. You know, it's short if I have to duck to be able to get in. Because as we all know, I'm not a tall human being. These stairs are very, very shallow. There's not much room in them. So there's one cell. That is very, very difficult to get down. Another cell. One with, what was that, gallows, but stocks is the correct word for that. So there's stairs coming up here. They lead further up there or out there, but I think it's easy to say that I'm not going out there. So while I walk back out, I'll catch up with you guys later. So just to show you the views at Far Fortress show, that's the port we just head into, right there, and that's Far Main Town, right there. So quite cool, really. I'm now shitting myself as I look down there, but I'm going to walk across. But like I said, while shitting myself, honestly, because I am scared of heights, and that goes that way. So I am going to bow out here because that's a little bit too much for me, I'm afraid. But yeah, that's Far Fortress. And just down here, lovely wee cannon, just to show that it was a fortress at one stage. But we're going to keep on walking around the outside of it. I've just spotted a staircase, so I am able to walk around it instead of just hopping between those sort of things, which is genuinely fucking terrifying for me, and I'm glad I don't have to do it for now anyway. You can see the little placements here for them to be able to fire out of if and when they needed to, and down there is where we started. Not that high, not that big of a hike, but I'm not wearing my actual running shoes. So I'm wearing my big chunky Adidas ones, which look nice but aren't exactly practical. But even then, it's still quite nice to walk in. Not a big hike at all. 70 kuna to get in, which is around about $20, so not too expensive. And you get some lovely views, and again some quite old history. A lot of this is built around the 12th, 13th century AD, so still definitely old enough, and of course much older than New Zealand, where I'm from. So I've made it to the highest point in the fortress now. I'm still quite tempted to head up there, because that would give even more amazing views than what I've got now, which says a lot, because the views here are genuinely quite phenomenal, really. Have a look at that. Not too much higher than just there. but certainly enough to make a difference as to how lovely it is and how beautiful a country we are in here in Croatia. Certainly an underrated country, that's for sure. I can't really say too many superlatives about Croatia here. It is just quite stunning in general. And apparently there is a higher point, so we're going to go try and check that out. See you soon. Hey team, I'm back on the handheld GoPro for a bit. Unfortunately, I was walking up this little gap here, this little walkway, and my GoPro arm hit that and snapped off, so I'm going to have to super glue that back together at some point pretty soon, hopefully. Didn't take me long last time, but that was in an English speaking country where I could figure out super glue pretty easy. Maybe a little bit different here in Croatia, but especially on a small island in Croatia. But we'll see how we go. We'll figure it out one way or another. It's not going to damage things too much. But I've just climbed to the top of the town wall, I guess. And yeah, it's not a bad view from here either. I'm in half a mile to hike to the top of that. But I do only have 2 hours, so I'll have to get moving pretty quickly if I want to do that. So in saying that, I'll catch you guys soon. Oh, I almost forgot to say, I am in Korčula now. So we did the far, finished that, and now we're in Korčula. So the thing about this Kentucky is, there's only one place we spend more than one day, and that's Dubrovnik. And I think that's just purely because of the size of it. But this is a nice little sleepy seaside town. So apparently our partying tonight is done on the boat. There's no real club to go out to or anything like that. So we'll see how that goes as well. We've got a trivia night, so that'll start it off pretty well. And we'll go from there, I guess. Someone please tell me why I keep doing this to myself. My legs still aren't okay. It's obviously not back to a good setting yet. So what do? I go, fuck it. I'm going to walk up to a hill. Well, walk up a hill to a fortress or to a lookout. Because I'm weird like that. Speaking of that, there's the Korčula fortress at the top of the hill I've just walked up. I'm going to go to the lookout in a minute. I was sort of, well, not hoping, half expecting to see a bit of a lookout here at the fortress, but all of the bush and stuff sort of overgrown any view that was here, unfortunately. And we can't climb up it either. There's a big sign talking about how it's video recorded at all times as well, so can't actually climb up even if I wanted to. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, even if the signs weren't there, I wouldn't be able to climb up because, again, I'm me and I don't really work that way. Especially after a hike like that. The worst part about it isn't the fact that it's uphill, to be fair. It's the stairs. Stairs always get me. If it was just uphill, I can usually handle that, but the stairs do something else to me. But I have found a little bit of a gap and a little bit of a view there, so you see I've hiked up a decent way. Not a massive amount. It's only been about a 10-minute hike maybe, but it's a good one. Let's continue on to the lookout. So I've reached the first of 2 apparent viewpoints up on this sweet mountain hill thing, and there's that first one. That's Old Town there, so that's what we've just walked from. It's like right in the middle of that. We were right by that big circular thing you see in front there. We were right by that, and I do believe our boat is somewhere down here, or was because it took off straight away, I'm told. And heaven knows why that is, but apparently we bust back to it later. Again, no idea. Genuinely no fucking idea why. But it is what it is. And so apparently there's another spot, another viewpoint about 30 seconds from here, so I'm gonna keep the camera rolling while we walk down to that one, I think, even though this little last bit here was a little bit tricky to get down, but a little bit easier to get up, which is alright, but the legs are feeling it. It has to be said, my old crappy legs, or a leg and a half, it's feeling it, are feeling it, I'm feeling it, okay? Almost there, I promise. Almost there. Christians are always yelling. I'm wondering if it's just that Slavic sort of thing. And here's the other viewpoint. Kind of a bit more of an obstructed view, to be honest, which surprised me. I thought this one might be slightly better, but again, it is what it is. So there's that. Now we're going to rush on back down because it's almost, I can't remember if it's 6 or 6:30 we were meeting for dinner. Pretty sure it's 6:30, so I don't actually need to rush. I've got plenty of time to get back down for our, well, it's an optional dinner, but I like to do things as a group every so often. I do like to go out and do my own thing, obviously, that's why I do stuff like this, but I don't mind the odd, especially dinner and stuff like that, where you can socialise and everybody's sort of on the same page to a degree, you know? I don't mind doing that so much. So I'm going to head back down into the old town that I have just shown you. Gonna go have some dinner, maybe find some super glue, try and put the GoPro harness back together, and then we'll go from there. So I've had to put it back into the case because the thing broke again, as you know from earlier, and now we are bobbing up and down, kayaking in Dubrovnik, and have a look at this. How lovely is this? I'm letting Frederick do the work at the moment, so I'm not going to stay on too long.
Hi.
It's Freddie.
Hey.
I know the view's not as good because this case is a wee bit fucked up and a wee bit dirty. I did try and clean it, but it didn't quite work out. But we'll catch up with you soon, eh? First swim stop in Dubrovnik on our little kayaking trip. Got the word for kayaks in. Quite nice really, isn't it? And then we've got the cave in there behind us. Not sure how much you'll be able to see through this shitty case, but it is what it is. Not much I can do. And we've got people jumping from the top there. Well, somebody did jump. I'm not sure if this guy's going to. I think he might be chickening out. Nice little cave down here. I can walk up on the far side there maybe. I might go and check that out. That sounds like more like me. But yeah, pretty cool. Right, how you going, everyone? Still in Dubrovnik. Just finished our kayaking adventure. Meandering around Old Town Dubrovnik now. And I just want to say one word to you. I'll repeat it. One word to you. I just want to say shame. 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 And the reason I'm saying that is because Cersei Lannister. These are the shame steps. And that is not shameful. That is not shameful in the slightest.
Hello.
You all know Freddie.
You all know me now.
Yeah, so this is the steps in that scene that I think the whole world tuned in to see Cersei's tits. I don't think there was a... You know how people watch something for the plot?
Yeah.
The plot?
That's why I watch Magic Mike XXL.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great
for
character development.
The plot was very good in Magic Mike. Channing Tatum, I mean the plot.
Michelle, to go, Hugo. Should we get one? I'm thinking about it. I think I'm going to.
The Walk of Shame. Get the Walk of Shame.
They have a drink?
Yeah, they've got cocktails there. Cersei's Shame.
Are you still filming?
Yeah, yeah. So just to the side of the stairs we have the Walk of Shame. We've got Cersei's Shame in the drink. Walk of Shame cocktail. Shame burger. A whole bunch of stuff. I think that's quite cool. You've got to capitalise on the tourist market, right? Use the whole Game of Thrones scene, so yeah. But yeah.
The city probably made a lot of money just to do.
Oh, absolutely. Well, they weren't paid a lot originally. Well, we were told that.
Oh yeah?
They weren't paid fuck all.
Oh really?
And then it all got big and they're like, well fuck, we should have asked for more. So it was something like $40,000.
No, really?
I can't remember if that was here or split. It might have been split. But they got paid fuck all.
They got it back though. Like tenfold.
In tourism money, yeah, shit, yeah. But yeah, we're going to keep wandering around and see what we can find. Good morning. Again in Dubrovnik. Got my headphones on. I think you might be able to tell by the fact I'm out of breath and there's a hill behind me that I'm hiking. I guess I'll show you how far I've come up so far. Pretty decent effort. It's been a bit harder than... actually, it's not been that difficult, really. It's not been easy, but it's not been difficult. But it's been alright. So that's where we kayaked around yesterday and down into this area. And we started down there. There's our kayak yesterday. That bit there that you can see surrounded by the walls, that's Dubrovnik Old Town there. So that's where a lot of the historical stuff is in Dubrovnik. And also where some of Game of Thrones was shot. We saw the Shame Staircase yesterday. And there is King's Landing in there somewhere as well, which I'm planning to see later today. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I decided to hike to the highest point again. There is a cable car, but I felt like a hike. I think I was the only one who didn't go out last night. And I didn't go out purely just so I could do this. And because, again, going out to clubs doesn't really do anything for me. And it costs like 25 New Zealand dollars just to get into the place. But apparently it's currently the 26th best nightclub in the world. But again, that doesn't mean shit to me. So a hike it is. But I'll see you guys when I get to the top. I'm not too far away. Oh, I made it to the top, and just the side that's not water. So it does seem to be a little bit of a plateau, really. But that mountain there with the sun about to shine over it is quite lovely. Some radio towers there which do kind of ruin the ruins for me. Ruin the ruins, but you know what I mean. And it's it takes away from the experience, I guess is what I'm saying there. But we've walked down here, which by the looks of it has a wonderful view. So I'm going to go check that out, and then I might see how much of the ruins I can explore, even though I don't have a ticket. Because apparently there is a museum or two here. I was looking on Google Maps, which was telling me that. So that might be the case there, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, there's a couple of buggies up here. Wasn't expecting that. Some cars, there's a house by the looks. I don't think this is an apartment. I think this might be an office building. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, I would say that's an office building. Oh yeah, this is where the cable car is. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And there's Dubrovnik. It's quite lovely, really, isn't it? And there's the old town down there again. It's an island we've been told to go to. Apparently there's a nice nude beach there. So I am tempted by that, of course. Mainly because I don't like clothes, but hey. So we're gonna keep wandering around seeing what else we can see. So I found another lovely little lookout, really, which shows a lot more of Dubrovnik than what we've seen so far. So that's quite beautiful, that, really, isn't it? Again, I think I've done Croatia a little bit of a disservice by doing Plitvice first, because that was fucking next level, that stuff was. But this is still quite stunning here, really. But yeah, we'll keep exploring, see what we can find. But I love Croatia. Really, really beautiful place. I'd heard that it was beautiful, but I have my doubts. Come here and it is stunning, has to be said. Cool, so well and truly on our way down now. I had to whack a shirt on because it's not overly warm, but you can see that is where I walked up to and where I'm walking down from now. So I've got about over an hour walk, I think, now back to the boat. But yeah, really good. My legs actually feel alright for the moment. How long they'll stay feeling alright, I'm not sure, because we are still going to walk down and I've got a fair walk back. But for now they're feeling pretty good. which was surprising to me. But hey, you take the wins, right? Some lovely ruins over here. I cannot give you any information about them whatsoever, but they're here. It's things like this is why I like doing the hikes and stuff like that, is because you see stuff that's not really part of the tourist trail so much, especially in party towns like Croatia, party countries like Croatia, party towns like Dubrovnik, like we did in Santorini when we did that walk up the mountains and whatnot. Now I know a lot of people weren't even home yet when I left. There were a couple of people that had just gotten home, but that's it. That is literally it. So I think that when I get back there, there's going to be a lot of sore bodies, a lot of sore heads. So I'm happy with my decision, is basically what I'm saying there, because I've spent $0 as well, which makes it even better for me. Yeah, and I do sort of have to sort of watch my spending at least a little bit now, purely because of how much I spent in the first wee bit and the fees associated with getting cash out, which I never really didn't notice when it was happening, but sort of learned it pretty quickly after that. But yeah, we're gonna keep wandering back down. Apparently there's another viewpoint of Old Town to look at, so I'll have a look at that and then we should be sweet. I'll see you guys soon. So on our walking tour now, we've just seen a bit where, behind me there, Joffrey Graphic walks up there in Game of Thrones. We've seen the Red Keep, which I'll show again later, and also Blackwater Bay was shown here, which I wasn't aware of either. But we'll check that out a little bit later on, I think. We will check it out a little bit later on. But yeah, the walking tour was a lovely Eva. It's going alright, it's a good start. Good information given so far. So we'll continue on and see how we get on. Okay, so we've just completed our little walking tour. It wasn't too long, hour and a half maybe. So now I've made myself up onto the city walls. We're going to walk around the whole of Old Town, but first things first, that there is the Red Keep. Obviously been heavily CGI'd for the show and whatnot for Game of Thrones, but that is where anything in the Red Keep was shot, which is kind of cool. And water below, which I'm sure we'll be able to see again in a moment, is the Blackwater, the Battle of Blackwater. So yeah, fun little tidbits, fun little nuggets. As per usual, people can't walk upstairs with any kind of pace, so see, just another note from this morning. Keep in mind, I'm on the city walls now. The top of that hill there, that's what I hiked this morning. So yeah, looks a lot bigger again now. Well, I did while I was doing it, but hey. So again, the Red Keep, a lovely units. And if we go just out there a bit more, that's the Battle of Blackwater. That's where we go. Really quite cool. So we'll head on now and keep walking around. Okay, so what I've learned is that I've walked past a whole bunch of Game of Thrones filming locations since I've been here and not even really noticed it, but again, I'm not too bothered by that. I'm here for Croatia, and the Game of Thrones thing is a bit of an added bonus, I guess. But I'm here in the Red Keep, so made sure I got at least one in, I guess. But also what was filmed here are the scenes for Karth and for the Undying. Unsullied Undying? I'm pretty sure it was Undying. But yeah, that's quite cool, I thought. In the exact same building, I guess. The Krianak. Yeah. Plus, it's just a beautiful location, really, isn't it? Beautiful ruins. Can't really complain too much about it. At the end of the day. It's about 50 odd meters up. It felt like a lot higher when I was climbing up it. But I am 99% certain that is just because my legs are fucked. Because realistically it wasn't that bad. Like 50 meters. It's not a whole heap of steps, it's only 150 steps or so. Nothing major. But it was hurting my legs. I won't lie about that, and I think it's just about to start raining. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and if that is rain, which yep, it definitely is, I've got a half-hour or so walk home to the boat. I could catch a taxi, but why would I waste that money when I can spend it on much better things down the line, like at Oktoberfest, for example. But yeah, there's so much left to do, so why waste some money on things like taxis? But we can go up once more. I thought we were at the highest point, but apparently we were not. So yeah, I've just gone up briefly again. Not that much higher, but still. Every little bit, as they say. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna bounce on home in a minute before we head out to dinner tonight. Apparently, Mexican cuisine was in Croatia, so that's going to be an interesting one. Should be a good time. Should be interesting anyway. I do feel as though it's quite difficult to fuck up Mexican food. For anyone who knows me, knows my nachos is a thing of legend, so if I can do it, surely a professional chef can. But yep, we're gonna head out of here, head back to the boat. Catch you soon. So I finally started my walk back home, and just before I did, you'd hear the thunder roll or crash. Which always reminds me of Garth Brooks. When the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes, the blood grows cold, all the sleepless night, and the storm goes on out of control. Deep in the heart, the thunder rolls. Gets stuck in my head every day, every time. Every time that there's even a little bit of thunder around in the air. But I've got about a half-hour walk to get home now, so I think it'll be about half an hour. Might be a little bit longer, but we'll see how we go. If it rains, it rains. If it doesn't, bonus. It has started spitting already, but we'll see how far we can get without it, without the heavens opening up fully on us. Hopefully we can get most of the way, if not all the way, before it starts pouring down, but we'll see. Don't know if you heard, don't know if you can hear that. As you said, that was the thunder. So might be a pretty tough evening on the boat. But apparently there was a storm last night and I slept right through it, so if I can sleep before the storm really hits, I should be fine again. But we'll see how we get on. We've still got dinner to have first, so I'm going to put you away. I'm going to try and get to the boat as quickly as I can now, so I don't get too wet, and then we'll go from there. I'll catch you later.